Good morning, everyone. Hello. I just took my first sip of coffee for today. How is everyone? I already saw some people here. James was first, asking if he was in the right place. Of course he is. Of course, looks around. Not sure. Seems nice. Guess I'll stick around. Sits quietly in the corner. Cup of coffee, some books ready, and something to write. Perfect. Isn't this the perfect start into the day? No, it's not the start into the day for you, but still. Meeting up with friends as well. Loretta is here. Hello. And yes, hello, future friends. Looking at you, Ian. Yeah, I'm also looking at you, Ian. James asking how Loretta and I are doing. I'm doing great. Yeah, it was a bit hard this morning to get up as usual, but so far I'm doing good. Just finished up working some and chatting with some of my old students on Facebook. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds good. Christian is here. Hello, good morning. And yeah, we all need some coffee, especially this time of year. It's so dark. Okay, it's not dark anymore, but still. And Taga is here. Hello. And yeah, I looked into one of these videos from yesterday about the HB90 planning method. It's a good one because she showed the planner. She got, I think she printed it herself, and it showed a lot of, there were a lot of pages about first figuring out what are your goals, what are the things you should do, you need to do, and the things you would love to do. So quite some interesting prompts, to figure out some stuff for yourself first before you go into planning, which I find very helpful. And the planning, the pages with the time slots reminded me a bit of Cal Newport's planner. He also has those time slots and has a kind of a technique that helps you stay flexible. So you plan, but it's totally fine. You have space to move stuff around if things don't go according to your plan because life happens. So yeah, very interesting. So I will definitely look further into that and look at the cards I got. The cards are also kind of hinting to us in this direction. The new year coming ahead, we have many paths, a lot of possibilities. We always have possibilities. And I have to make decisions maybe. And the Vision Quest, it's a beautiful card. And isn't this the perfect card for end of the year, start of the new year planning? I mean, yeah, allow yourself to dream, and there are so many possibilities ahead. And what also came to mind for me was I often feel the older I get, the more restricted I feel, like this. You have gained some experiences during your life, and maybe you feel like, I'm never going to be, I don't know, or I'm not a good writer anyway. You have sometimes some opinions of yourself which might not be true, and sometimes you think maybe I will never be able to go traveling because I don't have the money. I don't know, such restricting opinions. And maybe this is the time to let go of those restrictions you set for yourself and really allow yourself to dream, like, what if? Because I sometimes feel for myself, it gets hard to dream. Like, for instance, I have the kids and I have to take care of the family, of course. And then I always think, yeah, this would only work if when the kids have moved out or stuff like that. So maybe it's better to not to try to find to really go for it and try to find solutions around those things. Maybe I can still travel some more, stuff like that. So I just wanted to encourage you to really be honest to yourself. What do you really want? What would really be so cool for you? And maybe there are so many possibilities nowadays, and things happen that you didn't expect ever. So those are very, very cool and positive cards, I think, for us. Yes, those are incredible cards. And hello, cool gamer. Yeah, this makes me excited to dream a bit more. Yeah, I often feel like this seriousness as adults we have. As a child, you always feel like, oh, I wanted to be an astronaut. And I was like 12 years old. I don't really know which age. It was 12. Yeah, maybe 12 or even older, because I loved Star Trek, and I wanted to become an astronaut. This was my dream back then. And so, just what I want to say is, as children, we dream so much more. We want to be superstars or something. I don't know, whatever dreams we have. And the older we get, the more we feel like, nah, this isn't how the world works. And, that's what I mean, how we restrict ourselves, how we set borders and limits for ourselves that maybe don't even really exist. It's just in our head. And that's how we deprive us from, yeah, dreaming up some cool stuff for ourselves and even trying some things out. Like, I don't know, almost 50, half that, half that anyway. Enjoy the second half. Yes, definitely. But enjoy is the most important word here. I mean, it's also kind of a restriction when you say, I'm too old for that. It's too late to like publish a book. This would be a typical thing, but there's other stuff too, like too late to start a dancing course. I don't know, or something else. Yeah, it's never too late, especially nowadays, to try out new things. So yeah, like I said, very encouraging cards for us today. Now let me set up our first timer. I want cupcakes. Let's do the cupcake timer. 20 minutes as usual. Here we go. And press play. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was our first sprint. How did everybody do? I opened up my document, started working on it. Very happy about that. And I was even more happy about Emmy's news that her partner is back, which is so, so awesome. Especially now for Christmas season, that the two of you are back together is just, I'm so happy for you. I'm so, so happy for you. That's so cool. That's the best Christmas present ever, isn't it? And yes, have a look at Emmy's vlogs. I started the first seconds of your day 10 to 11 vlog. I think it was the last one that you published. I'm not sure. Where you wear a red, very suiting red, uh, what's it called, sweater. The first, where you say you're exhausted and still in bed. And you open up your advent calendar. So yeah, I watched some seconds of it this morning. But then I had to start the stream. Yeah. Mm. Oh yes, and Daisy says hello. Loretta writes that, which is so nice of you to do that. She's at school today and will be with us tomorrow. I think I remember that she said last week that she has a lot of stuff coming up and didn't even know if she was able to join the streams. I think she has exams coming up and school stuff. So yeah, so I will be always happy when she finds the time. Yeah, she said that you cannot write probably during the streams, but maybe she will do some school stuff then, so or work. I also shared with you, I looked it up, this, so Cal Newport, some of you might know him. I'm pretty sure Christian knows him from his book Deep Work. And he also has this planner out for time blocking, this his time blocking method. I think the video that I shared with you is enough to just get an impression on it. I think this method is very neat, and I think this is perfect. Like I said, this because the HB90 method is similar to that with this time blocking. If you can, yeah, bring those two together. So that's why I wanted to share this with you. I will also look at it again. Ah, planning, yeah. Yeah, but I also want to look more deeply into HB90 because I just watched one video from Daisy. I didn't even finish it, I think, because I didn't have the time as usual. But it's like I said, very interesting to look into first. What are your goals and what are things you need to do? And I think you had this quarterly. The planner is. Oh, I can't talk anymore. Is divided into the different quarters of the year, so you can really look into 3 months and then break it down to weeks and also days, of course. And in order to do that, you need to be aware of what is it that I want to do. And I think that's the big step first, because sometimes it's not so easy to figure out what is it actually that I want to do, Writing, of course, and yeah, but what exactly? Well, novels, of course, that's one thing that's for sure, but what else? If this isn't enough. Oh, see, Loretta has been loving Emmy's vlogs. I've been watching them in pieces as my treats for finish. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I also think that um, it's just the perfect thing to do to get you into a cozy mood. So yes, I love to hear that. Treats, maybe not as I was under most of. Yeah, like I said, I heard that that's what I wanted to ask you before I read that your partner is back, and I was so happy about it, but I wanted to ask you because you said in your blog that you are exhausted, and I thought that probably that's because you were sick and still need some time to get back on your feet. And vlogging is exhausting in itself, probably, especially when you do it every other day. You have to edit videos and put them up, and yeah. Mark, Christian, Anja has an update about big notes in Obsidian. Oh, you did notice it getting slower eventually, so I split the note into smaller ones. See? Yeah. Okay, that's interesting to know. Yeah, I always have smaller notes. I mean, with my novels, for instance, there's no one big manuscript note. I always have it divided into the different scenes. So I didn't feel like now that it's slowing down. I'm not even sure if I have many words in somewhere you could look it up, how many words you already have in the whole, I don't know. Yeah, but this is nerdy stuff that not everyone might be interested in right now. It says 56 words. No, that's not true. I don't know why it does that. So yeah, doesn't really matter. Yeah. Yeah, it's good it's interesting to hear, yeah, which programs are good for writers, especially when you have like, I imagine James also has a lot of words. It would be, James, what do you use as your writing program? This would be interesting to know. But when you wrote 80K words in spring, for instance, where did you write them, those words? Did we ever talk about this? What your favorites, also Loretta, everyone here, what's your favorite note-taking app or writing app like Scrivener? I still have a lot of stuff in Scrivener. But yeah, I still prefer, after I've done this for a while, writing in Obsidian. But the biggest problem will probably be later when I'm done, when I feel like that's it, that's my manuscript now. I will eventually have to export it to Word, I'm guessing. I did this, the last editing. I had the same problem with Scrivener, the last editing, because I had to share it with my editor. I did in Word, and this was blah. I don't like Word that much anymore. It feels, yeah, it feels old school. That's the right word. James uses Word, very old school. Oh, you use Pages. It's interesting. Isn't Pages more like a, isn't this the present more like, oh no, that was Keynote. Oh yeah, here's Pages. Okay, I will look at it. I never use Pages really. So, oh, where are you guys? So here. Ah, interesting. Yeah, and a lot of people use Google Docs nowadays, I know, from AuthorTube, other AuthorTubers. So yeah, use what feels good for you, and yeah. Let's jump to the next spread. With Word, I think I'm just thinking about why I don't like Word that much. Maybe because I wrote so many papers in Word as a student that I started to hate it. Or maybe it feels a bit difficult if you want to find something. You need to have an index in the beginning, and then the search for stuff is more difficult, I think. And you have usually, okay, you could, for each scene, I could start a new Word document, but this is also kind of a hassle. So I think that's why I don't like Word as a writing tool. Scrivener, I liked using Scrivener, but also it always felt kind of overloaded with the structure. The structure I struggle sometimes I get overwhelmed with structuring with the files and yeah, stuff like that. Maybe that's why I prefer now Obsidian. This will maybe change, but for now I feel very happy with Obsidian. So stop talking, Anja. You want to set up the next timer? We haven't used the flower timer in a while, so let's use it now. I still continue writing in Obsidian. The long-form extension, have it since about a week, will hopefully do well in compiling notes into a manuscript. The test went well. Long-form extension. Write this down, Anja. Yeah, the cool thing, or maybe dangerous thing with Obsidian is you can play around with lots of plugins. So yeah. Yeah. But for now, let's jump into the next sprint. 25 minutes. Enjoy. Okie dokie. Yay, sprint number 2. So, how did everybody do? I looked into how my scene should continue. So I have already a manuscript as usual. I've already written lots of words for this story, and I think with this scene I need to be more clear about the conflict that's happening there. I don't know, it's still a bit confusing. Yeah, but yeah, I will get there. So, Anne joined us. Hello, author Anne Sophie. And she's not happy to be awake and hungry. Yes, I will be hungry soon too. I didn't have breakfast yet. Yeah, but later. Later. And yeah, Anne has a new channel about books and reading. I shared it with you. And I also saw, Anne, that you will be streaming tomorrow at 10 a.m. So right after my stream. That's cool. That's good to know. So there's another seasonal writing challenge, isn't it? Because it's on that channel. I just was looking at your channels to stay up to date with everything you're doing, which is quite a lot usually. Yeah, and Sophie books, which is great. I know. I mean, the channel is a cool thing to, or a cool possibility, a cool tool to attract readers. That's what we want to do as writers, attract readers. And you can talk about all the books you're reading. You read a lot. I know that way more than I do. And faster probably. So I think was a great idea. Thank you. Maybe I will continue to post videos there because I'm definitely not doing it on this channel currently. Yeah, it's just, go with the flow. I think that's the best thing you can do. Cassand's also saying it. Oh yeah, and we had talks about astrology. I don't want to skip that during the sprint. I forgot to look at pages. Sorry. Mark said, Obsidian, me complaining over too cold winter here too, and it's getting colder the next days. My current mess, that is my apartment. INFP videos, I watch literature lectures. Somehow I want to talk about so much and all at once. What is this energy? Crazy energy? But I know how you feel. It's like towing, or it's like dragging you in all kinds of directions. But for now, best to focus on the sprint and do something instead of babbling. And Loretta said, there's some heightened energy right now. I'm wanting to talk, write about so many things. I'm not reading to give myself more time. And then they were talking about Scorpio stuff, and that's like another language, psych, conjunct South Node. I mean, I heard of South Node and North Node, but Scorpio has been busy due to eclipses all year, opposition to Uranus and Taurus and square. Maybe I need to let James do astrology reading for all of us and explain stuff for all of us. So, but we have a lot of Scorpios in the chat. Emmy, Loretta, and Mark, if I see this correctly. Scorpios tend toward emotional depths. Many would find an outlet in solitary, artistic person. Oh, it's just quite fitting, yeah. My natal psyche is in Scorpio. Not normally an important body to understand, though some used in love charts. Another thing I want to learn more about. And whenever I hear of astrology, I always think of, we'll share this in the next sprint, Petrose Nelligan, I think that's her name, and she has a book out about your personal diamond, like this mythical figure. yeah, which is also to be found in your chart, which kind of shows you the way for your creative endeavors, your life goals. I have to look it up and share it with you. She has a lot of videos on her channel, which are very interesting, and which has also been a topic I'm very interested in. Like, what is pulling you towards your creative endeavors? You know, you have this pull towards certain things, like me with my novels, and if you don't follow it, you will feel not good, and you will just, yeah, lead a dull life. I don't know, but you have to follow this pull, no matter what. And so she explains it with the diamond, and yeah, it's a very interesting. I cannot really explain it. That's why. And Sophie missed the astrology talk. See, doing good. Definitely more writing than reading, which is not bad, is it? So I was also, Christian says, I was also thinking about creating a mixed channel. Yes, just because it's less work to maintain. Definitely, you can just always follow what you're interested in right now. And pretty bummed to hear that SEO user behavior gets, yeah, but that's another restriction. We talked about this at the beginning of the stream. You put in your own way, like, it won't probably work because of technical stuff, but it feels right. And this is something you can do on a regular basis, or, if it, I would just still do it and figure out the technical stuff later. I mean, if I look at YouTube, usually what attracts people to a channel probably is not all the videos, but the algorithm shows them one video they are interested in, and then, yeah, there are a lot of people out there who talk about totally different themes. They have more like, what is always the same is like maybe the style of their videos. Like, some have video essays about all kinds of topics, or discussion videos about all kinds of topics. I don't know. You can still go into this direction. That's what I want to say. That's exciting, says Anne. Do you have a writing goal to achieve? Oh, to Loretta about the writing stuff. It definitely works for some people, but I think it's harder because that way you're most selling yourself instead of your content. Yes, you're selling more your personality. That's how your personality is your uh, marker in German. Your brand. Mark, should I read more books? I now wonder again. Not wonder, want to. Same here. Maybe twice or thrice as many as this year. It was 5. I really fell out of reading years ago. Yeah, I have so many books, which I uh, haven't started reading. But yeah, yesterday I just read some pages from another book that I've been reading for a while, so I don't try to put that much pressure on myself. I'm on, what's it called? Story Graph. I went there yesterday. I have several books there that I'm currently reading. So whenever I feel like reading, I go there first and have a look to remind myself which books I've been reading the last weeks, and try to go there first. And if I don't feel like it, I can still choose something else. So I try to keep myself reading the same books to finish them. It's my strategy right now. Loretta right now just journaling, creating my writing goals for 2023. Wanting to work on world building for a series. I want to start out really organized. Oh, it's exciting. Oh, are we sharing signs? I'm a Cancer, Pisces, Cancer. Oh, interesting. I have no idea what this entails, but James will know. Kusan, that's a good point. Yeah, I feel like I follow some people because of their general vibe. Yes. And others because I'm interested in the topic. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, is it? Only if reading brings you joy. Or maybe audiobooks are better for you, Mark? A lot of people seem to get a lot of reading done with audiobooks, They can do this while they are doing stuff at their apartment, like cleaning up, because you just said that your apartment is messy. Maybe this is a thing you can think about, or listening to audiobooks. Christian is a Capricorn. You should start a channel regardless. Yes, I would say so too. Just start a channel and do some stuff, play around, and you will figure out or find out what. And yeah, don't focus so much on viewers, honestly, or readers. I often feel for myself, this is what always blocks me when I think of, but what do they want? What kind of content? And do stuff that you want to do, enjoy doing, like especially with videos and editing, you will soon become a feel if this is something for you and what kind of videos you enjoy creating. I would look more at myself, what I enjoy doing, and this will attract the people that fit to the content. Christian, I'm procrastinating for 4 years now. So think of something that really excites you about creating videos. What is the most fun part? And do that. Don't think about viewers. We will watch your videos anyways. So you have already some people who will subscribe to your channel. A good start. Triple water. Okay, this is astrology. Is Pisces your moon or rising? Do it, do it. Do you know your moon or rising? Loretta wants to know all our signs. Yep, I cry a lot because of all the water signs. No, my friends. Oh, my friends ask me about it too. How do you find that out? It's about your birth year time. Yeah, we can share again this one website where you can figure this out. Maybe your chart, your birth chart. Mark. It does. Reading is like those other activities that I enjoy once I've overcome the big resistance on starting, like being out for a walk or talking, as I just found out again. Yes. I feel I can so relate to you. Yeah. Like I have to force myself to go out, but once I'm out, it's better. I feel so good about it. Oh, James, could you share a link? Yeah, maybe James, yeah, that's a good idea. Can share a link for your birth chart. It's quite easy. Just have to put your birth dates in. So Loretta's double water. Oh, you have Aries in your chart. I love audiobooks, see? But it was really hard to get started until I realized I need to listen at double the speed so my brain doesn't try to fill the breaks between words. Okay. I don't know. I cannot do this. I like to listen to podcasts once in a while, and I also listen to audiobooks, but I always get distracted and then lose thread with my mind wanders somewhere else. I really have to focus to keep up with audiobooks. Maybe I have listened to the wrong ones. And if I'm listening and not doing anything else, I'm falling asleep. And then I miss the mark where I fell asleep. Scorpios are difficult. I don't know that. Christian Fan Club. Yes. Astrocom is a good place to figure out your show. See? Maybe setting up a habit for reading would help you. I try to read when I get up and before I go to bed. Oh, that sounds good. And it works reasonably well. A friend said that maybe I could start tech tutorials, yes, because I wouldn't have to film myself, so less hassle. Yes, I love also the idea of not, especially for us introverts, of not filming yourself and do something where you cannot be seen. And I once also did some tutorials on my old channel where all the videos are gone now. I don't know why YouTube deleted not the channel, but all my videos there because probably I didn't put up any more content. I don't know, but doesn't matter. So I did some screen captioning, I think it was how to publish on Amazon or something like that. So I tried this out too. Anything you guys would be interested in? Oh, I have to think about that. What would I be interested in? You know what? Because I think of that. Have you seen those? There are a lot of, or there are interesting videos out there about Bible studying. I don't know if this is a topic for you, but I encountered one very interesting one where a guy buys himself a Bible for each year and then really, I don't know, yeah, does Bible studies each day. And I just found this stuff like that, I think, very interesting, like all journaling or, yeah, reading, of course, books. I don't know. I have to think about this. What is would be especially for you, something for you? We talked about polyamory and stuff like that. It's also very interesting. Hmm. Just, yeah, video essays on those topics, for instance. Oh, exactly. That's why you need to up your speed. Aha. I try that. I will try that. Okay. Aha. I thought it's to that's the link. Thank you, James. You can also teach us how to make a good website. That's also a very good idea. Because yes, Christian wanted to do technical videos about technical stuff, yeah. Because YouTube sucks. Yeah. So, Bible study with Lord of the Rings. Yeah, this would also be so cool. Yes. Is there something out there already? I guess so. Yeah, stuff like that I always love to see and watch. I can share some links maybe in the next. I talk too much today. Let's jump into the next sprint, not this one. Let's set up a timer quickly. Do, do, do. Just, of course, isn't that? Let's use another one. Do, do, do. No ad here. Okay, my friends. You just want to procrastinate and ooh. Let's jump into the next sprint and I can look at all this stuff. Here we go. Okie dokie. Sprint number 3. It's over. Done. How did everybody do? Yeah, stretch a bit, drink some water. I also got up in between and moved a bit around. And I'm quite happy with my progress, I have to say. It seemed like I was only putting links into the chat and was calling me out. Anja, are you doing anything but putting links in the chat box? No, I was also working on my manuscript. And it's always a great feeling to, so I'm putting the scene together with all the stuff I already have, bringing it together, having a German and an English version of the text, and yeah, just to have then something that I can edit a bit more in depth. But it's already a good text to read, so I'm quite happy with that. And taking it slow as usual, yeah. And you guys always, no, this wasn't the last sprint. There's another sprint coming up, a shorter one, but I'm only calling you out because you do the same for me. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because of I just wanted to say, you guys, when we talk with each other in the chat, it's always like, for me, I remember things that I need to share with you. That's why I'm immediately have to put in some links into the chat. I'm sorry about that. Not really sorry. What else? Dog treats in the advent calendar. That's nice. Where is it? It's true. They're only my links in the chat. Here. We had new dog treats in our advent calendar today. My partner's mother made it for us, and Brock really, really seems to like them. Oh, did you make a little video or maybe a photograph for us on Instagram? And let the dog out. So her partner off, did some dishes. Wow, you did a lot of stuff. And now I'm doing some admin work, I'm guessing. Oh, I also listened to my audiobook while doing all those things. I really have to. And it was really encouraging to hear from you that it might be helpful to double speed or to, yeah, speed up audiobooks. I will definitely try this out. Loretta ate some dinner and is now thinking of making some chai. Yes. So do you want to make it yourself with all the pepper and curcuma and stuff? I once did this, that I really got a chai recipe and put everything together myself to boil it up. Or do you have a ready mix? And my Indian friend would probably complain to me now and say, chai is just another word for tea. He's always complaining. Yeah, sorry, but yeah. I'm only calling you off. Yeah, we had this already. You don't have to go double speed, of course. Yeah, work myself up. Yeah, you worked your way up. I need to end this stream. Obviously, I cannot talk anymore. Yes, I mean, I'm also doing this with videos, speeding them up. And so yeah, podcasts as well. So definitely I should do this with audiobooks. Well, TT sounds good to me. I will tell him. Wasn't this the same with ramen? Ramen? I don't know if this is the right word. Isn't this also just noodles? And what else was he mentioning? Fujiyama, I think. Because people say Mount Fujiyama and it's Fuji is already mountain. I don't know. It's just what comes up in my memory, but probably something like that. But oh no, I make that sometimes on the weekends, but it's a lot of work. So you make it yourself. I recently bought a mix that is the flavors, but no caffeine. Awesome. Yeah, I also love try the mix. Yeah, I also love because I love all those tastes. Yeah. Yes. Okay, my friends. I will set up the last. Oh yeah, it's time for the last sprint, so that I can go about my day. How about our 70-minute flying center timer? I haven't used that in a while, and I have to use it during December because afterwards in January it will be kind of awkward to have this timer. So let's use this one. We can make a list of those exams. I actually have started a list of fun German words used in the English language. I mean, some are quite known, like sauerkraut, no, kindergarten, and stuff like that. But sometimes when I read English articles or books, I discover funny German words like Sitzfleisch. There was Sitzfleisch in the New Yorker article once. So I have a list of those if you're interested in that. Yes, Wanderlust. Wanderlust. I cannot pronounce this in English. I can share some of them in no, during the sprint. So let's jump into this last sprint. Enjoy Santa. I will do like that. Have fun. That's the end of the sprint and the end of my stream. Have a great day, my friends. I will be back tomorrow. And yeah, that was a fun stream. See you again soon. Ciao, ciao.